Out. There we go.
Try and pull it down.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's snowing today and it looks like there's snow in the forecast for the next 2 weeks, so it looks like winter is here to stay. That means we have a few more last minute things to take care of before everything gets buried in the snow. The first thing that we did today was take the cover off of our greenhouse. There are a lot of greenhouses around here that are collapsed in, and we just decided, since ours is not rated for a snow load, to go ahead and take a few minutes to take it down in the winter and put it back up in the spring.
It's special. These are torque sticks that are automatic. When you tighten your lug nuts, it automatically sets the lug nut at the correct torque depending on which one you choose. It really speeds up using these impact guns so you don't over tighten them. Last year I found this extra set of wheels for the Jeep for about $100, and we went ahead and picked up this set of Blizzak snow tires for wintertime. They're really good. We tried them out last winter and they feel really good on the icy roads. With having to run the snow tires for so long here, it's really practical to have an extra set of rims so that you don't have to go to the tire shop and pay them to dismount and remount your tires every year. This old machine has a full glass enclosure, including a door. If you guys watched our older videos from when we first got here during the winter, you probably seen we had the door on it when it was still cold. I took it off because when you're out here in the woods working and everything, you're constantly in and out, and battling the door when it's not really that cold isn't worth having it on. So I usually pull it off every year, put it back on when I'm ready to plow snow or whatnot. Since I'm about ready to put the snow plow on, because they're calling for about 5 inches of snow tomorrow, and it's supposed to just keep accumulating after that, I'm going to put the door back on so that when we use the heat in there, I can stay warm inside, and I won't have all the snow blowing back in the cab on me. So this is just an old Myers plow off of a pickup truck. It's not a skid steer plow, but it came with a plow truck that I bought many years ago, and I ended up just adapting it to a skid steer plate and made the brackets and everything for this to all go on there just like it would on a truck. And it works pretty good. It's cheap and it's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. It pushes snow.
While I was snowblowing, the snowblower didn't seem to be working quite correctly, and we took a look at it, and the shear pin broke off of the auger on this side. Luckily, we have a spare one. We're going to go ahead and get it fixed. We must have hit a rock or something like that while we were snowblowing, so let's go ahead and get this fixed so we can keep on working. There we go. You having fun in the snow?
One sheet will make it all the way. Now,
in an effort to reduce the amount of heating oil that we'll be going through this winter, we decided to insulate some of the windows in the RV. Last winter, we did insulate a couple of the windows, but one in particular that we didn't do was our front windshield. So we added this foam insulation to help eliminate some of that cold air coming through the front windshield. We have a couple of other windows that we're going to insulate as well. We do plan on leaving one or two uninsulated so that way we can look out them. We do enjoy being able to see what's going on outside. We also have these thermal curtains that we added when we remodeled the RV, and these really do help reduce the amount of cold air coming in as well, so it'll give this a nice double barrier for keeping that cold from coming in.
oh wow, it's perfect. Almost. The corners are a little big, but it's not bad.
With the limited daylight in the wintertime, we find ourselves outside in the dark quite a bit. So we installed 2 of these motion detecting solar lights, one on the outhouse and one on the shed. That way, whenever we're out here, they'll kick on and we'll be able to see.
We haven't been getting much solar for the last week. Our battery bank can only go for roughly about 5 days without any input from solar. If we're experiencing long periods of time with no sun because of all the snow, we have to run this for a few hours to run 2 lithium chargers to put our batteries back up to capacity. I've been having an issue with this thing where when I hit the remote start or even the button start, the light lights up, but it doesn't do anything. And then every once in a while, if I like hit the side or I go to pull start it, it'll actually start to work. I think there's a loose wire somewhere. We're gonna pull this panel off and see if we can figure it out. It would be really great if we could make it work off of this, because we have this wired into a transfer switch so it can all be automatic. We just have to start it and it'll automatically transfer over from battery power to generator power on our battery bank. Really tight. Stupid screw stuck in there.
Heard it try and kick one.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if it's actually a problem with the starter.
So it's actually the starter.
Mm-hmm. We found out after taking it all apart that the starter's actually bad, which is disappointing. This thing's not very old, but we'll have to get one ordered and put one on there. Or maybe take it apart and clean it, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. So I pulled the back of the starter off and it looks like where the brushes make contact on this rotor, it looks like it's probably not getting a good connection. So we're gonna clean that up, put it back on and see what happens. Alright, now the tricky part. It's gonna be getting those brushes back. Huh. Alright.
Try it one more time for good luck.
Second.
What are we digging for today? To help the snowblower get a little bit better traction in the ice, we're going to add these carbide studs into the tracks. do you think of those studs?
Makes a cheap snowmobile. Oh, we can't call it a snowmobile. It's a snow machine.